Selamat kembali ke Stadium Nasional Bandar Sukan Kuala Lumpur di Bukit Jalil. Kita menantikan sepak bola perlawanan akhir Piala Malaysia edisi ke-93, pertemuan di antara Kedah dan Johor Darul Takzim, yang mana menyaksikan kali terakhir kedua pasukan ini berentap di pentas final adalah pada 2017 di Stadium Shah Alam, yang menyaksikan Johor Darul Takzim meraih gelaran pertama mereka dalam saingan Piala Malaysia dengan menewaskan Kedah 2-0. Tetapi malam ini cerita yang berbeza tentunya akan disajikan oleh kedua-dua pasukan, dengan menyaksikan Kedah dan Johor Darul Takzim memiliki reputasi tersendiri, terutamanya di pentas saingan Liga Malaysia 2019. Johor Darul Takzim, seperti yang kita ketahui, mereka merupakan juara Liga Super musim ini, sambil Kedah di Stadium Nasional inilah yang menyaksikan mereka menjulang kejuaraan Piala FA dengan menewaskan Perak untuk memberikan gelaran yang ke-6 buat Kedah. Jadi bagi kita nantikan pertembungan di antara kedua-dua pasukan ini, yang mana menyaksikan untuk Kedah, mereka mara ke pentas akhir selepas menyingkirkan Pahang menerusi kelebihan jaringan di tempat lawan. 16 gol yang tercipta dalam pertembungan di antara kedua pasukan itu, yang diperkatakan sebagai salah satu aksi separuh akhir paling epik yang ditampilkan oleh Pahang dan juga Kedah. Sambil itu, Johor Darul Takzim pula dengan rekod 7 kemenangan berturut-turut selepas menyaksikan mereka diikat oleh PKNP dalam saingan peringkat kumpulan, dan kemudiannya Johor Darul Takzim tidak menoleh ke belakang lagi untuk melakar kemenangan demi kemenangan, termasuklah kejayaan menyingkirkan Selangor di separuh akhir menerusi agregat 5-1 untuk mara ke final buat kali kali terakhir dua pasukan dibimbing oleh jurulatih asing bertemu di final adalah pada 1997. Pertarungan taktikal di antara Steve Wicks untuk Selangor dan juga Larsen untuk Pahang. Kali ini kita menyaksikan Benjamin Mora dan juga Aidil Syahrin membawa trofi Piala Malaysia yang menjadi rebutan di antara kedua-dua pasukan. Dua pengendali yang tentunya memiliki rencah dan ramuan yang tersendiri bagi memastikan pasukan mereka mampu dijulang sebagai juara. Dengan menyaksikan bagi Kedah, mereka memburu gelaran Piala Malaysia buat kali yang ke-6 dan kali yang ke-3 di Stadium Nasional Bukit Jalil ini. Sementara bagi Johor Darul Takzim pula, mahukan piala ini kembali semula ke bumi Johor Darul Takzim selepas ianya berjaya dimiliki pada 2017. Tetapi 2018 menyaksikan piala ini berada di Perak, dan kini kembali direbut sama ada ia akan menuju ke utara sekali lagi ataupun akan kembali ke selatan tanah air. Jadi pentas yang sudah pun tersedia, persiapan rapi yang sudah pun diatur oleh kedua-dua pasukan Kedah dan juga JDT, tentunya menarik untuk kita saksikan nanti bagi menanti sepak bola dan upacara perarakan masuk para pemain kedua-dua pasukan yang akan kita nantikan selepas ini di antara Sang Helang Merah serta Harimau Selatan.
Ya, kalau kita melihat antara yang mengejutkan pada malam ini, saya baru melihat Fernando Rodriguez. Saya sudah melihat kesebelasan yang diturunkan, tapi saya melihat beliau memanaskan badan. 15 pemain memanaskan badan untuk Kedah pada malam ini. Sudah tentu mahu melihat jika kecergasan Fernando untuk bermula adakah cukup atau tidak. Nampaknya jawapannya kita sudah perolehi, di mana Fernando Rodriguez akan mula di bangku simpanan. Dengan ketiadaan Renan Lawes dan juga Rizal Ghazali, nampaknya Kedah memasuki final dengan mungkin sedikit kelemahan. Tetapi dia adalah peluang untuk pemain-pemain yang memasukkan, sebenarnya untuk pemain-pemain dalam
him. Shakir Hamza is a very, very important defender for him. Haris Harron, of course, is the captain and the main man for Johor Darul Taksim. We'll be able to give you the team lineups and anticipated formations, and with Boyan Hodak, ideally the anticipated tactics from the two teams. We'll give you that after the respective state and national anthems. Players eager to get just a little bit of tension out of their legs, Johor in particular. I suppose there's a little bit of pressure on them, Boyan Hodak, because they've had such a fabulous run of form, both in the league and in the Malaysia Cup. They will be red-hot favourites for this game.
Yeah, they're red-hot favourites, as I mentioned before, especially because of Kedah problem. But in one match, there is no favourites. So this is the final. In final, nobody's favourite because in 90 minutes, anybody can stop anybody. If you are physically fit, if you are disciplined in the game, you can stop any good team.
Let's talk about the Singaporean influence. These pictures are going to Singtel just ahead of the ceremonial coin toss. Haris Harun, so influential. Shakir Hamza, though, has had a standout season for Adil Sharin's Kedah.
Haris Harun is one of my most favorite players ever that I coach. The reason is the guy is quiet. I think that he's one of most underestimated player in Southeast Asian football. The guy for me can play any time in Europe. Problem is that he's coming from Singapore, so they don't look serious at him. But Haris is great, going forward, going back. He's commanding there. He's very quiet. He's every training 100%, every game 100%, and every coach loves the player who is like that.
Nazmi Nazaruddin is the man given the charge of this, the local referees. We only found out this morning who the match referee was. Nazaruddin rewarded for an excellent performance in the semi-final between Selangor and Johor. Haris Harun, the captain of Johor. Badrul Bhatia, the many-time captain of Kedah. But let's talk about Shakir Hamza and what he's brought defensively to Kedah this season.
Shakir is one of the reasons why they are here in the final. Shakir is the reason why they were in final of FA Cup. He had a great season. He's definitely bringing one stability at the back, and together with Renan Alves, he was doing a duo that first defensively they are quite good, they are quite tough, and then also he can start the game, he can start build up, which was big difference comparing to some defenders before that they have.
You mentioned Renan Alves. He is an absentee, suspended absentee for the second final in the row. Doing it once is careless, doing it twice, my word, that really hurts Kedah as we go through their starting lineup.
Yeah, definitely they will miss Renan Alves, but I said that they play with him before. I think that Shakir Hamza can do job. Khairul Helmi, he will be the key player. You know, in one match he can be fantastic. He's an experienced player, he can be fantastic. But lots of things will be different. If he make early mistake, he can be in trouble.
Kedahan fans offering their praise to the Kedah fans who've made the long journey south. This is the starting line. Ifwat Akmal was man of the match in the FA Cup final. Defensively, Amal Hisham played centre-back in the FA Cup. Right back here, midfield, Zakwan Adra and Farhan Rozlan will provide the width. Jonathan Baumann replaced Rodriguez as the main striker. 6 goals for Baumann, so the Argentines had a real influence in what he's been able to bring to Kedah.
Very, very strong player, technically excellent, maybe not so fast, but technically he can make always in the game, he can make plus player, he can score goal, he can pass, so definitely one quality for Kedah.
It is the strongest possible lineup for Johor. Safawi, Diogo and Gonzalo Cabrera, the front three. Between them, 10 goals for Safawi in the Malaysia Cup. For Cabrera and Diogo, 6 apiece, and Diogo's missed a couple of matches as well. On the bench for Johor, international. It tells you everything.
Tells you everything, yes, but as I said, they cannot play, only 11 players can play. Definitely individually they have quality, there's no doubt, but this is team game. In one final, everything can happen. If you ask me, I'm expecting that it will be easy win for JDT, but I hope that Kedah can survive first half. If first half finish draw, this will be a different game.
Adil Sharin has looked nervous throughout. We did get a number of chats with him before. Benjamin Mora looking confident alongside him to his left. First time I've ever seen Luciano Figueroa wearing a suit, ever.
No, first time. I think that he doesn't feel comfortable. He feels more comfortable in the jersey.
It is a special occasion, though. It is the Malaysia Cup final. We are at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. It is Kedah versus Johor Darul Taksim.
You can see at the beginning, you can see on left side Cabrera and Corbinong. Probably both of them will try to run up.
Bowman closes down Harris Harron immediately. Boyan Hodak, former Kelantan and Malaysia Cup winning coach here, former Johor coach as well, in the commentary box with us. Harris steps in quickly, looks for Diogo, a great signing from Buriram this season, and Amrul Hisham, what a job he's got to do to try to tame Gonzalo Cabrera.
You can see that Johor trying to play high pressing in this first few minutes. They trying not to allow Kedah to bring the ball out from defense. It's showing that they are serious, they are aggressive.
Zakwan gives it away. There's Diogo, little touch. Zakwan defending. One number 8 on another. Diogo goes down, holds his leg and then his head, and claims he wants a bit of treatment. It was a glancing blow.
Didn't look so serious from up where we stand, but it looked. It was kick at the side. He hit his knee, and when the knee was in the wrong position, so it could be painful. But I hope he will continue game.
He's had a stellar season, has Diogo. 22 goals in all competitions, 6 in the Malaysia Cup, but he also shone in the AFC Champions League, where Johor did really well. They didn't get through their group, but they certainly weren't disgraced in a very tough group that included the defending champions.
Yes, in all matches in the Champions League, they were quite equal. They didn't lose by big goal difference, so Diogo definitely is helping because he can hold the ball. He doesn't lose the ball easily, and it's definitely quality, especially when you are under pressure in versus better teams.
Ifat Akmal, young international. Shakir comes short, is allowed to come short. Shakir pinks it out wide for Zakwan. Vastly experienced Zakwan Adra, of course, into Badrul. Beaten to it. Cabrera is taken out by David Rowley, and immediately Johor are saying we want a yellow card for that. Thoughts, Boyan Hodak?
Yeah, definitely this was professional foul. He just want to stop him going forward. This is normal, but it was a little bit rough, and we will see what referee will decide. Normally referees in these matches, they don't want to start early with yellow cards, which sometimes is good, sometimes is not. Because in the case that he show yellow card now, after this everybody will think twice how they will go for next tackle.
So 2.5 minutes gone. 2 Johorian players have required a little bit of treatment. David only got away without a card being brandished there.
I think that in matches like this, the referee also match can be decided by referee. If referee allowed the rough match, this will be better for team that defending, in this case Kedah.
Badrol beaten to it by Velasquez, another foul. That time Zakwan Adra, and immediately Cabrera is into the face of the referee, demanding retribution. Cabrera is free down the left if he was played in quickly. Instead, they'll wait for Safai Rashid, to wait for Harris and Maurizio and Aidil to make a move forward. Safawi, the flag stays down, off the post and into the grateful gloves of Ifat Akmal. Aidil Zafwan denied by the woodwork.
There was no offside because you can see on the line he ran from the back. I think the Kedah defense were very high. You see when the Aidil start to run that he was onside, so there is no issue about that. But the reaction of Kedah defense was very poor. Even if they stay high, they should follow after the ball was played inside, they should follow.
A real slice of luck there for Kedah. It stayed in play and Cabrera's allowed to run. Cabrera, Diogo ahead of him. Gonzalo Cabrera cleared away by Azmir, only as far as Safawi. David Rowley there, then cleared by Carol Helmy. Gosh, all kinds of confusion and dispute in the first couple of minutes here, Boyan.
Yeah, everybody are nervous first few minutes, but Kedah defense is panicking a little bit, so they need to calm down. Otherwise, if happen any early goal, this will be disaster for them.
Well, Cabrera was allowed to run after a ball was adjudged to have stayed in. Safawi with the first corner of the game. Goes near post and it's gone out for a goal kick. Johor, I reckon it's come off a Kedah player. Wow, a lot to talk about inside 5 minutes.
Yeah, lots of talking, but you must understand, it's final, everybody are under pressure.
Apabila ruang hadir, mereka bijak untuk memastikan
Safawi Rashid left foot. Any crosses, any shooting inside is dangerous. So he's the guy who had a fantastic season this year. He scored lots of goals. He is much better than any. Always they're talking about foreign players, foreign scorers in this league. But definitely this year, this was his season.
Carol Helmy's header. Zakwan, dispossessed by Lever Corbinong. Azmir rises well. David Rowley. Farhan outside of him. Azmir offside. It's not far away though. Azmir Yusuf.
Not far, you see, this is David have 2 touches. If he passed the ball first touch, I don't think it will be offside. So this is this timing.
Makes his run. Ooh, tell you what, that is very tight. Ideal Zafwan stepped up as the ball was played. Carol Helmy's header. Kedah through and through Carol Helmy. So if there is to be a replacement for Renan Alves, you'd want it to be him. Diogo into the back.
Carol Helmy is an experienced player. He played lots of important matches in the club. I said the only issue is that this year in Malaysia Cup he didn't have any match. But in 90 minutes with his experience, naturally he is first replacement.
It is his 5th Malaysia Cup final. It's a remarkable record. 5 finals in 6 years for Kedah, as well as the FA Cup. As Baumann that time backs into Lever Corbinong.
To be honest, the referee also looked very confident in the first few minutes. Even if he makes, look, sometimes referees making decision wrongly, but if he is confident that his decision is right, this will help him to control the match.
Harris. Ideal. Corbinong ahead of Rowley. Nice touch from Diogo. Cabrera. Inside is Afiq Fazel. Instead, tackle from Amrul Hisham. Cabrera goes down. Gone Leandro Velasquez. Kunalan. Safawi. Yes, Kunalan missed a couple of games with a hand injury, and Johor missed his presence going forward. As Velasquez is closed down by Bowman. And that'll be a yellow card. Zakwan, second time for Zakwan. I don't think Kedah can really complain.
This will be yellow card, definitely too much aggression, but if they start to collect yellow card, this will be lots of pressure, so he need to be careful in that. In this situation, when player doesn't face you, when basically his back is facing your goal, you don't need to go for this tackle. Sometimes it's enough just to put pressure. You don't need to win the ball. You can just let him go give back pass. This is enough.
Zakwanada was in a final 10 years ago in the Malaysia Cup. He's had a stellar season. And I can't think there's too many Cup finals around the world where twins are playing on opposite sides.
Yeah, it's very rare. It's very rare. But both of them play lots of finals. Both of them have great careers. And you see Corbinong very high up. He likes to go up, which is very good. He's giving extra option for attacking players when they have ball.
But Kunalan dispossessed. Farhan, has he got the pace? The answer against Kunalan is no, but he's won the ball back. Badrol slows the game down. Shakir and David Rowley. Shakir, dink over the top for Baumann. Maurizio strong enough as Harris. Looks for the run from Safawi. Shakir's across the cover.
Shakir reading the game was always good. He's always there. the way Kedah play, it's normal, natural thing. They need to pack defense. They need to stay everything in 25-30 meter distance between the lines and then wait for counter-attack. This mistake by Kunalan was a little bit overconfident, too slow, and this mistake actually give them one of these chances, but their finishing need to be much better.
Afik Fazail, called into the international squad for the big World Cup qualifiers against Thailand and Indonesia to take place at this same Bukit Jalil Stadium. Now then, Kunalan's found a little bit of space. Safawi, Afik. Kunalan let it run and Azmir Yusof slides in. An entertaining opening 10 minutes in which Adil Zafwan hit the inside of the post with a header for Johor. Safawi tried to get away there from Azmir Yusof, and Azmir's hurt himself. And the way he's gone down there, Boyan, that doesn't look good for Azmir Yusof.
I didn't see any hard tackle or anything. We will see now better.
Hopefully it's a clash knee on knee, nothing more. But the stretcher is being brought for him, Boyan.
Or he stepped wrongly. If he twisted anything, this will be big blow. One more big blow for Kedah defense.
No, Fikri Talib is on the bench, who might substitute him, but no Alif Yusof. So the Kedahan faces are looking a little bit glum at the moment. The noise you can hear is coming from the Johor fans. And we'll keep a close eye on Azmir, because he's such an important cog in an already beleaguered Kedah defence.
I'm trying to look what's happening there, because in the case that he is seriously injured, they need to replace him immediately.
He's definitely hobbling behind the goal as Ifwat takes the goal kick. Helped on by David Rowley. Harris wins it first. Velasquez closed down by Badrol. This is Baumann. And then Baumann goes in late on Ideal, and Baumann will receive a yellow card. So we're 13 minutes in the game, and Zakwan Ada and Jonathan Bowman have been yellow carded by referee Nazaruddin, and legitimately so.
Things doesn't go in Kedah favor. You see that Azmir there, according to the body language, most probably he will not be able to continue with the match.
Yeah, while we're watching that replay, Azmir Yusof is in floods of tears away to our left. He is inconsolable. His Malaysia Cup final has lasted less than 13 minutes. An innocuous looking challenge and defensive woes. Oh, they just multiply for Aidil Sharin. Aidil will be all right. A match without an Aidil injury is not a game of football.
Yeah, definitely, but he's getting up and he will continue the game. This is the match when you don't feel, if you get small knocks and things like this, you don't feel it. In the finals, you want to play, everybody wants to play, everybody wants to be on the pitch. As a coach, sometimes you will have players that will hide the injuries because they want to play.
Azmir Yusof is bravely trying to run off the knock. Johor put that out of play. Just bottom left of your picture, you can see Azmir Yusof. I would be amazed if he is able to carry on. You just he's hobbling his way over to left back. The substitution hasn't happened as yet. That's just being a little bit premature, but I'd be amazed if it doesn't.
He's limping and his body language showing he can't continue this game.
No, Bowman was trying to close down. Shakir, that's not easy for Azmir. No, he cannot play. Asmir immediately goes down as soon as he has to make his first movement. An immense sympathy for Asmir Yusof, Boyan Hodak.
Yeah, definitely. As I said before game, every player's dream is to play this match. Unfortunately, he is forced to go out. He is trying to play. He will do everything to play, but he can't.
Defensively, Renan Alves suspended, Riz Al Ghazali suspended. Of the players who come in, one of your back four, Asmir Yusof, limps off inside 15 minutes. No Fikri Talib will come on to take his place, but just look at the tears flowing down the cheeks of Asmir Yusof. Oh, you've got to feel for the fella. Here's the earlier header against the post. How does that not go in?
You see, reaction is very poor. Reaction of defense is very poor. They were all watching idle. Some of them were putting hand up, waiting for referee's decision, offside decision. You need to react better in this situation.
An inconsolable Asmir Yusof is taken down to the tunnel in floods of tears. Poor fella. But as one door shuts, another opens, and Noor Fikri Talib lets that one out of play for a goal kick. So Noor Fikri comes on at left back. It'll be a like-for-like substitution.
Yeah, Noor Fikri is in. The only possible solution on the left full back. Noor Fikri is one more player who didn't play in Malaysia Cup this year. As I said, so this will be his first match.
Harris. In the meantime, Johor have just got a job to do. Cabrera's got away from Amrul Hisham. Amrul, a defensive midfielder, filled in a sweeper in the FA Cup final successfully. Here he's got to fill in at right back against Gonzalo Cabrera. Mauricio, the Brazilian centre-back, onto Aidil, who's hit a post and received treatment in the first 16 minutes. Velasquez looks for Diogo. Zakwan, who's been yellow carded, finds Amaral.
You see, every time when Diogo have a ball, suddenly it's 4 or 5 yellow players around him. They're trying to block him. You have situation 2 versus 5 or 3 versus 5 where it's very difficult to go through. So far, Kedah, after first few nervous minutes, now they are in much better position.
It's behind Cabrera. Looks on for Diogo. He scored a left-footed volley against Terengganu in the quarter-final. He was trying to repeat that. Missed the first leg of the semi-final against Selangor.
Very difficult situation for the shoot. Turning, he can't see the ball, he can't see the goal. Very difficult.
Jonathan Bowman looks for Noor Fikri, who's done well. Noor Fikri has got another problem. He's got to get to the pace of the game. As Afik is just caught late by David Rowley. That's just a collision between two players.
It was 50-50 challenge, but so far they were doing his job well. Every time he is close to the players, every time after they lose the ball, he's the one. He did 2 professional fouls already, which is normal for his position.
Benjamin Mora looking very dapper. He's not a suit manager though, he's normally a tracksuit manager. As Afik Fazel comes short. Ideal. Edgar Bernhardt doing the closing down. Corbin Ong, lovely spin and turn from Cabrera. Amrul Hisham catches him first time. These fouls are beginning to accumulate.
This is the way how they're trying to slow down the game. This is the way how they're trying to slow down this flowing build-up that they have at the back. But if you ask me, I think that Johor need to increase the speed of the game, because if they're playing slow pace, this is good for Kedah.
Safawi. Shakir is over. Safawi's done brilliantly. And then he's just tugged back by Shakir Hamza. Third yellow card. Shakir's incandescent. And Shakir has a temper. He needs to walk away. But 20 minutes gone, 3 yellow cards for Kedah.
Yeah, this can be dangerous, especially in second half when the players become tired. I think that Shakir was asking about foul in this case, which this was 50-50 challenge, and there is no foul. Kuna was just stronger. He pushed his shoulder in front and he had advantage. Decision was right.
Shakir Hamza joins Jonathan Bowman and Zakwanada. 5 Johor's players added by Adil. 6 Johorians in the penalty area. You've got Cabrera's right foot, Safawi's left foot.
I think it will be more dangerous if Safawi uses his left foot.
Cabrera picked off by Zakwan, and Kunalan could have gone anywhere. It's come off a Kedah player. That will be the 3rd corner of this first half for Johor. Taken quickly, Velasquez changes the angle of attack. Velasquez cleared by Badrol. Cabrera under pressure, spins away. Done really well, Gonzalo Cabrera. Velasquez, Carol Helmy in there. Bowman couldn't turn it inside. Farhan, David Rowley. Great tackle from Afiq. Velasquez looks to spin it out wide, and Carol Helmy makes an unorthodox headed clearance. Diogo, Afiq. Cabrera central, Safawi to the right. Ideal uses Maurizio. Kedah funnel back. It's a 4-4-1-1 in many ways for them defensively.
Johor, when they have a ball, it's all very slow. They're trying to play from left to right. It will be very, very dangerous if Maurizio and Idle try to play some ball through, direct ball to the up.
Looking for Afiq Fazail. To the byline, Afiq. That has gone out for a goal kick. Again, well defended. Amrul Hisham. He's a centre midfielder, Amrul Hisham, except for finals. Then he might play right back or centre back or maybe in goal, whatever.
Probably will be good in goal also, but this is one of the players that you must have in the team. In every position he can play. He's backup for any of 11 positions, so it's great to have a player like that.
Ifwat launches long. David Rowley in the back of Harris. And there's an early change coming the way of Johor Darul Taksim, Boyan. How about this? Diogo, who took a knock very early on, cannot continue and will be replaced by Shafiq Ahmad. That is big news.
It's a surprise. I couldn't see that there is any problem with Diogo. He was hiding this well. And now they need to change. Now this will be different style. Shafiq is much faster up front. They will have 3 players that are faster, that can decide anything with one move.
Well, Diogo missed the first leg of the semi-final against Selangor. Shafiq is a very, very capable deputy, but he is not Diogo. As Kunalan cleared by Shakir. So for a change, something for Kedah to be encouraged by. In terms of goal-mouth action, other than the header against the post, not a huge amount to talk about, but so much incidents, yellow cards, and injuries and substitutions. Both teams forced into early changes. There's Badrol. No Fikri. On to Shakir. Closed down by Shafiq Ahmad. Amrul Hisham, that's a little bit short. And Shafiq will chase them. Here is Zakwan. Corbinong does well. Harris. Cool, calm, collected. Velasquez. Corbinong. Velasquez. Amrul Hisham snaps at his heels, wins the ball. David Rowley under pressure. And Mauricio was a little bit too tight on the back there of Jonathan Baumann.
Yeah, foul. There is no issue. Clear foul. He managed to slow them down. This is the most important. When you lose the ball, you need to try to slow down the opponent. They cannot bring the ball quickly in counter-attack.
26 minutes in, Faris Al-Malias' first touch of the football.
I don't think that we should be surprised by that. I think that everything is according to what we expect before, except that Johor is playing very slow. This build-up, you can see that it's very slow. They're trying to create extra men, but Kedah's playing very disciplined game, so far.
Cabrera tries to change things. Velasquez! He scored the winning goal in the AFC Cup. He's now scored the first goal in the Malaysia Cup final. Leandro Velasquez.
It was what I said before. Slowly, you see, they create situation, extra men, back pass. There was nobody, 5 players attacking men with the ball, but there is nobody who follow men who running from midfield. David was the nearest to him. He should enter this space. He should block this back pass.
Cabrera's assist, a cool finish from Velasquez. Second Malaysia Cup goal, and joy unconfined on the JDT bench. He'll score goals in the big games for you, Leandro Velasquez.
He's a good player. He was there before, a few years ago, and now again, definitely scoring some important goals. Yeah, good timing, he's good finishing, but important is this for me, attacking midfielder, that he have timing when to enter the space.
Shakir. Harris closes the gap. Shafiq. Cleverly played by Safari Rashid, and then only picks out Amrul Hisham. It was, as you suggested, Boyan, just a little bit of injection of pace from Velasquez. Took him away from David Rowley. As Bowman falls over the challenge of Velasquez.
Now will be interesting reaction from Kedah side. Will they continue to play same discipline in their half and wait for counter-attacks, or will they try to take the ball and go for the early goal? This will be interesting to see.
Well, there's nobody better to ask than what they should do, Boyan Hodak. I'm asking you. You've got the pro license. You've been here, seen it, done it.
I think that they need to be patient. They will have chance.
Harris Harron defends in front of Velasquez. Lever Corbinong. Cabrera ahead of him. Amrul Hisham does well, and ideal. And Farizal can look after that ahead of Jonathan Bowman. We've written Kedah off so many times this season. We wrote them off in the semi-final multiple times against Pahang.
Coming back Kings.
Amarul. Badrol needs to be careful, and was. Bernhardt. Towering header from Harris Harron as Shafiq was denied by Carol Helmy.
Advantages in Johor team is any of these players attackingly are good one-on-one. If they win the ball in final third, they can create extra men, they can shoot, they can give final pass. So this is big advantage for coach.
Ideal having not friendly words with the fourth official as Corbinong zips past Zakwan. Little give and go, Lebert Corbinong. Back clear by Shakir. Velasquez, the goal scorer. Harris. Little dink in will be easy for Ifwat. Quick release from Ifwat, looks for Jonathan Baumann. Two Johorians there and a tug back. That's a daft free kick and a yellow card for Maurizio.
Mistake is that two defenders went together for challenge. Misunderstanding in defense. One of them should go for a challenge, one of them should cover back.
Well, they played together many times and Maurizio is talking to Ideal about exactly that. That's my man, that's my ball.
Maurizio was with the men, he should go for challenge. Ideal shouldn't go for this challenge. He should stay behind, 5 meters behind and wait what will happen to just clear the ball.
Now there's no Fernando Rodriguez. He's on the bench for Kedah. How they'd love him in this kind of situation. Shakir's up there, David Rowley's up there. Bernhard prepares with the free kick. Bernhard's ball flicked on and just wide by Badrol, who's really good in the air, Badrol Bhatia.
Good cross in, good run in the space, good header, but difficult situation. You can see now a really good cross at the near post, but it's very difficult situation. In this case, you should do glancing header with in this speed is very difficult to do.
Carol Helmy ahead of Shafiq. Velasquez onto Corbinong, only finds Rowley. Badrol. Bowman. Hand was a bit high into Harris's face. Referee's okay with it. Harris is still on the floor. And that's a fair challenge for Velasquez on Bernhardt. Cabrera finds Shafiq. Cabrera then makes a great run inside and Shafiq tries to pick Gonzalo Cabrera out.
Cabrera so far excellent. He created the first goal, now he made a great run. After pass, he made a great run in the space. But as I said, Shakir is reading the game really well. Today he's the most important man in Kedah defense.
Former Kelantan and Johor coach Boyan Hodak in the analyst chair today. As Leandro Velasquez finds Cabrera. Carol Helmy. Handball by Helmy on the edge of the penalty area.
Clear handball, nothing to complain.
Johor though saying that there could be another yellow card. There have been 3 Kedahans in the referee's naughty book so far. But the danger for them is Safawi has got a gorgeous left foot from this area. Cabrera can curl it with his right.
Somehow from here will be better for the right-footed player. So you can expect Cabrera.
Velasquez moves away. 4 in the wall for Ifwat Akmal.
Don't be surprised if they play short pass to Velasquez.
Safawi, top goal scorer in the Malaysia Cup this year. Double digits, 10. And Safawi. Safawi! It's been given, it's a sensational goal. Safawi Rashid, a goal of the very top quality, Boyan Hodak.
Fantastic goal. For this, definitely position for the right-footed player. He take with the left foot and hit top corner. Nothing to say. Fantastic goal.
Kedah complain you didn't cross the line. But Tulkarnan on the line has called it immediately. Safawi, underside of the bar. Oh my word.
It was definitely inside, but it's very difficult to say. Was it a full ball inside or half? This one we can't see from here. Linesman is the one who is in best position to see.
Well, Safawi is away instantaneously. Kedah benefited from a very close call in the semi-finals. Now they're on the receiving end of a very close call, but Safari Rashid's 11th Malaysia Cup goal makes it 2-0 to Johor.
Now Kedah is in very difficult situation.
David Rowley gives it away to Afiq Fazail. Velasquez. Here's Zakwan. Again, let's not forget, Kedah trailed 2-0 against Pahang in the first leg of the semi-final. But this is a different proposition. Khairul Helmi just does enough to prevent Shafiq being played in.
There is difference in technically in quality of the players, this one for sure, but there is the main thing is Johor is playing without the ball. Johor players playing without the ball. This is one quality up that maybe people sometimes cannot see. Every time when they play the ball, they're moving to proper space.
Safari Rashid's 11th Malaysia Cup goal of the season. Fiercely contested. But Benjamin Mora's not contesting it, and he's very happy. His team on top, 2-0 up. As JDT, they've only won the Malaysia Cup once. Lost that fabulous final against Pahang, 2-all. Afiq Fazail nips around Farham, sweeps it wide to Corbin on. Cabrera available. Corbin goes for another mazy run down the left-hand side. Cabrera. 29 goals before today's final in the Malaysia Cup. Nearly 3 a game on average for Johor. Zakwan looks for Bowman. Bowman's got Bernhardt in support, and Jonathan Bowman, that's a little bit desperate.
A little bit desperate, he was too far. His receiving the ball was not the best, and he was too far from the goal.
Six goals to his name in the Malaysia Cup, 16 in the season. It's been a good season for Jonathan Bowman, but Ideal needs something sensational, something ultra remarkable from the Argentine.
And if you see now who was there, Haris was there to block. Haris is everywhere.
Safawi. Had a quiet game, Safawi, until that explosive free kick. Amiral. Harris steps in. Shafiq caught by Shakir. He needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card, Shakir Hamza. Safawi. Kunalan. Afiq. Shafiq in the middle. And shepherded by Khairul Helmi onto Shakir. Bernhardt. Smuggles it clear to Zakwan. Bowman makes a good run. Ideal with the defensive clearance. Man down over on the far side is Safari Rashid. It's a long way to come to see your team concede 2 first-half goals.
To be honest,
here's the... Wow.
Ball definitely is over the line, but from this angle we cannot see was it full ball or only half ball, which is big difference.
The assistant at that end is Zulkarnain Zakaria, highly experienced, and he had no doubt. You could see on the replay he was talking immediately, and he was looking right across the line. Best view in the house.
Yes, this first reaction in 90% of the situation is always correct. Today is just not a Kedah day. After these 2 suspensions, 2 more injuries, now in the first 10-15 minutes you need to change 1 more player. It's not really your day.
But they've come back so many times, Kedah. Here's Farhan. David Rowley. Kunalan read that one well. Finds Maurizio. Afik has been very prominent in the first 40 minutes. Afik Fazale. Maurizio happy to use Kunalan. Kedah pressing.
Kedah pressing very high now. They're trying to press JDT, but in this case you are opening lots of space behind your back line, and in this is chance for the fast trio up front for JDT to go for third.
Kunalan's challenge. Harris does well to hold off David Rowley. Such a strong player, Harris.
I mentioned before again, the most underestimated player in Southeast Asia. Fantastic. If he have different passport, he will play in Europe.
He's very proud of his Singaporean passport, very proud of his Johorian roots.
Yeah, but in the case when you're talking about top football in the world, everybody will tell you, oh, Brazilian passport, Argentinian passport. Immediately they will look to buy that player. When you said Singaporean, they're putting many questions. But once you work with him, once you know his capability, tell you anytime he can go and play in Europe.
There is Harris picking out Corbin Ong. Simple, neat, effective. Shafiq skips away from Kyril Helmi. Safawi makes a run. Shafiq tries to take on Kyril Helmi a second time, does a third. Shafiq denied by Amrul. Helmi only finds the omnipresent Haris Harun. Gives the ball away, but Velasquez tries to win it back. No Fikri. Farhan loses out, and Afik and No Fikri have got a contest. No Fikri on as a substitute for disconsolate Azmir Yusuf.
So far, No Fikri is doing well in his position.
Safawi. Shafiq Ahmad was looking for Safawi. No Fikri hooks clear. Bernhardt helps it on. Shafiq spreads it out wide. Cabrera. Amrul Hisham right close, as is David Rowley. Zakwan. Rowley. Badra wins the tackle. Only comes to Afik Fazale. Thought of a shot, instead thinks Safawi better option. Safawi on his right. Safawi, Rashid, Shafiq! Would have been beautiful.
As I said before, one-on-one, any of three front players, one-on-one, anytime they can create extra men. And this is big advantage for your team. You can see now, one-on-one, easily can create extra men, good back pass.
That shows you it's a yard or so wide. Moore and Figueroa. Figueroa slowly but surely divesting himself of that suit. Expensive suit as well. Bernhardt, Zakwan. Kedah have just got to believe. If they score the next goal, they're back in the game.
I think that they're just waiting. Idle is waiting for the half-time. Then he can calm them down. They can recover. They can try something in the second half.
Edgar Bernhardt. Tracked by Harris.
He's everywhere.
Kyril Helmi. Dispossessed by Shafiq, who takes on Shakir. Shafiq looks for Safawi. A little bit behind him, but good centre of gravity and a cheeky chip. Turned over the top by Ikhwat.
It will be a fantastic goal. Great vision. He can see that goalkeeper is few steps out. Fantastic idea. Only top players have this idea, this vision. You can see this. You can see how far is he put the head up. He can see that goalkeeper is few meters out, and fantastic shoot after that.
Incredible precision that is dropping in, and Ifwat's made a really good save. It'll be Johore's fourth corner of this, well, quite remarkable first half. The half-time analysis is going to be interesting. There's a lot to talk about. Will there be another?
Yeah, it could be worse. I think that, but 2-0 is a realistic result. As I said before, with so many injuries, so many problems, when you're starting the game and after 10 minutes you need to make substitution, you have 3 yellow cards.
Kunalan raiding. Safawi up against Noel Fikri. Safawi for Shafiq. Terrific save. Kunalan cleared by Kyril Helmi. Desperate defending from Kedah.
As I said, Aidel just waiting. He needs half-time. He's just waiting for half-time whistle.
Jonathan Bowman. Farhan, as we look at the ball in, it's a great header and a really spectacular save from Ifwat. At 2-0, there's a possibility of a chance. That'll be a free kick. Late challenge and a yellow card for Aidel, and a free kick opportunity.
Late challenge, clearly yellow card.
So both twins have got yellow cards to remember this Malaysia Cup final by.
One more rare situation.
It is quite remarkable and shows the longevity of both of the players. So Badro Bakhtia and Farhan Roslan standing over the ball. Farhan goes away, Badro. He's got Shakir and Rowley for height. Kyril Helmi up there as well. It'd be the last action of the half.
He will go for direction.
4 in the wall. Badrol goes for goal, and Farizal makes a comfortable catch. And it's the last action of the first half. Boyan Hodak, fascinating stuff.
Half-time whistle. It's a very one-sided game as we expect, and I think 2-0 is deserved results.
Safari Rashid with a contested free kick, a brilliant free kick, but contested. Let's go pitch side. Stanley Bernard Samuel talking to Benjamin Mora.
Mora, fantastic half. Anything concerns you at this moment?
No, maintaining the quality and the level we have had until now, the consistency and regularity on our game, and being careful of anything that I can do because there are dangers.
What can we expect second half from what you're going to say in the halftime dressing room?
To maintain our game style, to maintain the fighting, to maintain the score as much as possible, and try to win this game.
All the best for the second half. Well done in the first half. Thank you.
Terrific half-time reaction from Benjamin Mora. Well done, Stanley Bernard Samuel, our touchline reporter down there. Johor Darul Taksim leading at half-time by 2-0 in the 2019 Malaysia Cup final. Here's the first goal scored by Leandro Velasquez. Played in by a lovely pass from Shafiq Ahmad. That was early on, and then the contested goal. Ifwat gets a touch, but Zulkarnain Zakaria is saying their goal, and Safawi is on his way to celebrate anyway. 11 Malaysia Cup goals, half-time. Kedah 0, JDT 2. First half highlights from the Malaysia Cup final. Johor Darul Taksim versus Kedah. Kedah have been beset by injuries and yellow card problems. A yellow card for Zakwanada early on. And this was a free kick that found ideal Zafwan heading ahead against the inside of the post. So many defensive problems for Kedah that they were expected to be on the back foot, and then Diogo swing and a miss for him. Diogo would later go off injured, and as you can see, he's not moving too well. Shafiq Ahmad would come on for the Brazilian. Didn't quite connect there, but was moving pretty gingerly anyway. So his season is over, but what a season it was. And then Gonzalo Cabrera finds Shafiq. Cabrera continues his run inside, and Leandro Velasquez is following up to cut it inside the near post. And that's the opening goal for Johor Darul Taksim in the 2019 Malaysia Cup final. Second goal of this Malaysia Cup competition for Velasquez. Third in the season. He scores on the big occasion for JDT, does Velasquez. Scored the winning goal in the AFC Cup final of 2015. And the opening here to give Johor a deserved lead.
Dalam kawasan seperti ini, beliau tidak akan membazirkan Badrul.
Badrul Bakir flashing a header wide of the near post. It would be 2-0 though at half-time for Johor. Safai Rashid with a brilliant free kick to make it 2. Heavily contested though. Big crowd, full house here at Johor. It's their cup to lose.
Hai Malaysia, nantikan saya di Sepang International Circuit pada 2 dan 3 November ini hanya di RTM.
So strong, that's where Quattro had the edge grip. Here he comes Alonso. No, he's not going to make it. There are just 2 corners to go. Oh, he almost trips up. Surely that's it, Quattro.
Bertahan dengan baik, disiplin yang baik. Mereka mungkin membenarkan JDT bermain di bahagian sayap sedikit, tetapi tidak di bahagian tengah. Tetapi seperti mana anda mengatakan, spot on, saya setuju. Apabila Shafiq Ahmad masuk, variasinya bertukar.
Benar, apabila kemasukan Shafiq, kita lihat beliau bukan sahaja berada di tengah-tengah antara dua centre back Kedah, tetapi beliau bergerak sebelah kanan dan kiri. Ini menyukarkan ataupun menarik centre back Kedah, terutama sekali Khairul Helmi mengikuti larian beliau, dan itulah kita lihat bagaimana gol pertama tadi ada ruang di belakang Khairul Helmi membolehkan Leandro menjadikan gol yang pertama.
Permulaan yang agresif daripada Kedah. Boleh katakan mereka telah melakukan segala boleh untuk menahan. Bukan secara niat tidak baik, tetapi untuk menahan. Tapi apa yang berlaku, mereka telah memberikan banyak foul. Kad kuning diberikan oleh Nazmi Nazarudin kepada beberapa pemain, dan itu mungkin permulaan yang mungkin baik untuk Johor Darul Taksim kerana mereka menggunakan set piece.
Ya, memang itu adalah kelebihan yang ada pada JDT ya. Set piece yang baik, ideal, Mauricio boleh menghasilkan jaringan, dan Kedah perlu mengurangkan foul-foul berdekatan dengan kawasan penalti mereka kerana banyak tekanan-tekanan diberikan terhadap Ifat melalui situasi tersebut.
Dan sudah tentu mereka mengetahui kualiti yang ada dari segi set piece, dari segi tendangan terus yang ada pada JDT. Tapi saya memahami mereka perlu lebih keras kerana mereka sedang mengatasi satu pasukan yang bukan mudah untuk mereka menentang, iaitu Johor Darul Taksim. Tapi apabila itu berlaku, nampaknya JDT telah melihat situasi untuk mendapatkan foul. Pemain-pemain bijak, anda pernah bermain dalam situasi, anda akan mengetahui dalam 5 minit pertama pasukan yang anda menentang sedang lebih agresif, anda akan mencari foul.
Ya, benar. JDT memang pemain-pemain mereka mempunyai kebijaksanaan, tetapi seperti yang anda katakan Stan, Kedah perlu bermain secara agresif, tetapi 3 kad kuning yang telah dikutip oleh 3 pemain itu kita dapat lihat apa yang berlaku dalam separuh masa pertama dan apa yang akan berlaku dalam separuh masa kedua nanti. Mungkin akan ada pemain-pemain yang perlu memperlahankan sedikit kerana 2 kad kuning akan lebih menyukarkan Kedah jika mereka kekurangan pemain bermain nanti.
Bagi saya melihat ketika ini masih berada dalam 50-50 walaupun dengan kad kuning, dengan agresifnya approach Kedah, mereka masih tidak dibolosi. Itu yang positif kerana kalau nak melihat mereka tidak membenarkan pada awal 20 minit, tidak membenarkan Leandro mengutip bola. Diogo menghadapi kesukaran untuk mengutip bola kerana David Rowley, Badro Bakhtiar, Khairul Hemi Johari dan juga Syakir Hamzah telah melakukan tugas yang baik untuk menutup bahagian tengah. Tetapi selepas kemasukan Syafiq Ahmad, beliau adalah seorang pemain akan membuat larian beliau lebih bersandar ke kiri atau kanan, dan itu memberikan ruang untuk pemain kedua memasuki kotak penalti.
Ya, benar. Diego lebih banyak berada di hadapan Syakir dan juga Khairul Helmi. Tetapi apabila kemasukan Syafiq, seperti apa yang kita katakan, beliau mempunyai variasi larian, menarik pemain pertahanan Kedah, dan ini adalah kesilapan yang dilakukan oleh Syakir. Sememangnya tepat kad kuning kerana bola sudah dapat oleh Kunalan, tetapi beliau menarik, tetapi beliau perlu berhati-hati dalam separuh masa kedua nanti.
Tapi itu adalah contoh terbaik apabila larian yang dilakukan di bahagian tengah menarik, ia akan membuka menarik 2 centre back. Anda melihat Syakir Hamzah berada di posisi back kiri, dan jika beliau gagal menarik, itu adalah bagi saya professional foul. Ia adalah kad kuning tapi professional foul. Beliau telah melihat beliau seorang back tengah, beliau sudah tertewas.
Benar.
Dan mungkin itu boleh menghasilkan gol.
Ya, jika Kunalan dapat mengawal bola itu tidak foul, beliau boleh melakukan delivery kerana hanya Khairul Helmi dan juga Amirul Hisham saja yang berada di bahagian tengah. Jadi memang betul professional foul, tapi beliau perlu berhati-hati. Separuh masa kedua, pengadil pasti akan memberi perhatian kepada 3 pemain Kedah dan juga 2 pemain JDT sendiri yang mempunyai kad kuning ketika ini.
Ya, saya melihat apabila kemasukan Syafiq Ahmad, Leandro mula bijak. Beliau tidak terlibat begitu dekat. Beliau datang lewat, dan kelewatan beliau menyebabkan pertahanan Kedah tidak dapat melihat beliau. Satunya kalau anda melihat, anda akan melihat Badro Bakhtiar berada di bahagian kiri sebagai seorang defensive midfield kerana di situ mempunyai 3 pemain, 3 lawan 3, dan itu mungkin telah menarik pertahanan Kedah bersandar sedikit ke bahagian kiri, dan kerana itu bahagian tengah kosong.
Ya, benar, kerana 3 pemain berada di sebelah kiri dan pemain-pemain Kedah memberi tumpuan kepada 3 pemain ini, tetapi larian dari belakang Leandro tidak dihidu ataupun dilihat oleh mana-mana pemain, dan inilah yang memudahkan atau membolehkan Leandro tidak mempunyai kawalan, menyudahkan dengan cukup mudah sekali.
Adakah anda melihat, saya sedang melihat mungkin memikirkan luar kotak di mana jika Kedah mahu bertahan, bolehkah mereka mungkin tidak sedap dipandang mata tapi lebih negatif boleh katakan untuk memastikan mereka tidak dibolosi, iaitu menarik Jonathan Bowman lebih ke bawah?
Ya, mereka perlu melakukan itu kerana mereka perlu bertahan dengan lebih ramai. Tetapi dalam separuh masa kedua, apabila mereka bertahan, tetapi mereka juga perlu memikirkan bagaimana caranya untuk menghasilkan jaringan. Kerana jaringan pertama yang dapat mereka lakukan dalam separuh masa kedua nanti akan menambahkan sedikit keyakinan untuk mereka beraksi.
Dan kalau kita melihat Safawi, sebelum kita pergi kepada perbalahan di manakah adakah ia melepasi garisan lain ataupun tidak, kita perlu melihat kepada teknik beliau. Bukan mudah apabila anda menekan bola begitu keras untuk memastikan bola rendah daripada palang gol.
Ya, memang satu sepakan ataupun teknik yang cukup menarik, cukup baik ke arah near post. Ifat sudah mengawal di bahagian belakang, tetapi sepakan ke arah near post memang menyukarkan. Ifat sudah tertewas dengan sepakan itu, tiang gol, dan kita dapat melihat bola sudah melepasi garisan, dan itu satu jaringan yang cukup tepat, cukup baik daripada Safawi. Gol yang ke-11 beliau dalam saingan Piala Malaysia.
Kalau anda melihat juga pertukaran posisi yang dilakukan oleh Cabrera dan Safawi. Safawi mungkin lebih ke dalam, Cabrera lebih ke dalam kerana mereka mahu memberikan sedikit variasi dengan bagaimana mereka bergerak. Kerana saya melihat kadang-kadang Corbin membuat larian lewat, seperti mana kita melihat Kunalan. Apabila Safawi dan Cabrera ke dalam, mereka membenarkan back kiri dan back kanan membuat larian. Banyak yang perlu dilakukan oleh Kedah dari segi pertahanan kerana variasi yang ada pada Johor Takzim. Tetapi yang positifnya, mereka dibolosi satu open play yang agak baik. Bukan satu gol yang mudah untuk kita menyalahkan pertahanan Kedah, tapi gol kedua datangnya daripada set piece. mereka masih berada dalam perlawanan ini, Kedah.
Ya, 2-0 bukan terlalu besar, tetapi menentang pasukan yang baik seperti JDT memang bukan mudah. Tetapi Kedah boleh menghasilkan jaringan dalam perlawanan-perlawanan sebelum ini. Mereka sentiasa dapat menjaringkan 2-3 ataupun perlawanan separuh akhir di kuantan 5 jaringan. Jadi saya rasa satu taktikal yang berlainan akan ditunjukkan oleh Aidil Syarif kepada pemain-pemain mereka. Mereka tidak hanya akan bertahan, tetapi mereka akan keluar dengan serangan-serangan balas dan cuba mengejutkan JDT dalam separuh masa yang kedua.
Amal, saya meletakkan anda dalam kursi panas. Jika anda Aidil Syarif dalam bilik persalinan, apa yang anda akan lakukan?
Saya pasti akan cuba memotivasi semula pemain, tetapi perlu beliau melihat kembali Rodriguez, Azamuddin. Mereka perlu mengambil risiko untuk memberi sesuatu kepada pasukan dalam baki separuh masa kedua ini.
Adakah bahaya jika Johor Takzim keluar dan memikirkan mereka sudah memenangi perlawanan ini?
Itu cukup bahaya kerana 2-0 bukan satu yang terbaik untuk mereka, bukan satu yang sudah selesa. Mereka perlu berhati-hati kerana satu gol yang akan dilakukan oleh Kedah akan memberi tekanan kepada JDT.
Dan kalau kita melihat kepada apa yang ada pada Kedah, mereka masih boleh memasukkan Fernando Rodriguez yang dikatakan tidak berada pada tahap terbaik untuk mulakan perlawanan. Tetapi bagi kita kedua, saya dan Ahmad, jika anda berada dalam squad list, sudah tentu anda sekurang-kurangnya boleh bermain mungkin 5, 10, 15, 20 minit. Dan itu mungkin taruhan terbesar mereka untuk memasukkan Fernando Rodriguez yang berada dalam goal scoring form.
Ya, saya rasa Aidil akan memasukkan Rodriguez kerana kecederaan yang beliau alami mungkin boleh digunakan sekarang. Ya, pada saya rasa mungkin selepas 10 ataupun 15 minit Rodriguez amat diperlukan untuk menambah kekuatan di bahagian serangan.
Dan daripada Johor Takzim sudah tentu satu kesukaran juga sebagai seorang jurulatih untuk berikan masa kepada pemain bangku simpanan. Tapi sudah tentu Mora tidak akan buat pertukaran.
Ya, saya rasa Mora boleh mengekalkan pemain yang sedia ada kerana mereka telah bermain dengan baik sekali. Pertahanan telah mengawal dengan baik. Tidak ada percubaan tepat, hanya sepakan percuma Badrul tadi sahaja. Tetapi mereka perlu mengekalkan konsentrasi yang apa mereka lakukan dalam separuh masa pertama tadi.
Dan Izwan, nampaknya separuh masa kedua yang masih menjadi tanda soal kerana satu gol daripada Kedah boleh menukarkan segala wajah perlawanan ini.
Second half about to get underway in the Malaysia Cup final. Kedah out, Johor on their way out. Referee Nazaruddin, who had a difficult first half to deal with, holds the match ball. Second half about to get underway for the 2019 Malaysia Cup final. Johor leading by 2-0. The first from Leandro Velasquez, the second a contentious but sensational free kick from Safai Rashid for his 11th Malaysia Cup goal of the campaign. Referee Nazaruddin has had a difficult first half to cope with. 5 yellow cards plus that contentious decision and several other big challenges. Boyan Hodak, the former Kelantan and Johor Darul Takzim coach, alongside European Pro Licence coach, alongside me in the commentary box. Boyan, let's put you in Aidil Sharin's shoes. Firstly, you're 2-0 down. You're injury hit, you've struggled, you've been battered. What do you do?
It's a very difficult situation because even two attacking players that he have on the bench, Azamuddin and Fernando, both are slightly injured. So to bring them in now will be too early. He can risk, but then he's losing one sub if anything happen. And I believe that he will still 15-20 minutes, he will still try to maintain, he will try to keep the shape, not to concede any goal. He will try to pressure in the middle of the field, waiting for some counter-attacks, because if he go full power now, what will happen in 15-20 minutes, there will be plenty of space, and fast players in JDT can use the space, so score third, then match will be finished.
Haris Harun for Johor finds Gonzalo Cabrera. The last thing that Kedah need to do is concede early in the second half, as Cabrera looks up for Shafiq. It's over Shafiq. Afiq Fazale will chase, and Cabrera puts head in hands because he knows that's a good opportunity for Johor within the first 20 seconds of this second stanza.
And again, the one who started everything was Haris. Intercept the ball, reading the game, give excellent pass to Cabrera. Everything today starting from him.
Both teams had to make enforced substitutions in the first half. Diogo started for Johor, but was replaced by Shafiq Ahmad, who's played in Safawi here. Safawi onto that lovely left foot to Velasquez. Closed down by Carroll. Harris is in there, and Safawi is just offside. But Safawi and Haris Harun very prominent in the early stages.
You can see that Haris is there for every challenge. Time is perfect. Safawi, this is what they want. Actually, this is what Johor want. Quick counter-attacks to stay Safawi or Cabrera to stay one-on-one. They are very strong. They can use both feet, and this is fantastic opportunity for them to score third.
Let me give you the lineups as they are for Kedah. They've got Ifwat Akmal in goal. A back four: Amrul Hisham out of position. Karel Helmi hardly played this year. Shakir Hamza and Nur Fikri Talib on as a substitute. That's how far down to the bare bones they are. David Rowley and Badrul Bakhtir in the heart of midfield. Jonathan Baumann leading the line with Edgar Bernhardt, Zakwanada and Farhan Roslan either side of him. Here's Lever Corbinong for Johor.
They changed a little bit. That Zakwa now playing up, and Baumann is more in backup position. This is what is his real position. The reason why he was playing first half up, because Fernando is injured.
Safawi, Shafiq, international teammates. Shakir Hamza resists putting a challenge in, as I'm sure he'd like to. Afiq round the outside, just slips it away. Can he keep it alive? The answer is yes, but he runs out of space and then gets back to... Why would that be an infringement? Because he's come back onto the field of play?
Yeah, but I don't see any wrong in that.
Certainly can't be offside, because, well, let's work it out. The shirts are off, the boys are having a final time. Safawi, Rowley's hand. And the free kick's gone the way of Kedah. A couple of confusing, to me anyway, decisions. Rowley holds on to Velasquez, and Harris slips away from Badrol. Harris looks for Cabrera. Cabrera versus Amrul. Gonzalo Cabrera, Haris Harun. Free kick on the edge of the penalty area as Harris is caught by David Rowley, and this is danger territory for Johor.
Everything goes Johor way. This is the situation when they have few players that are dangerous. You saw the free kick in the first half. Safawi Rashid, this is excellent position for him.
David Rowley, I think, can feel himself a little bit hard done by here.
It was more slap in the face. There was no any touch in the legs. David did so far first half. He did well as a defense midfield in Kedah, but the thing is how the match will go on. He will become more and more tired. He's quite lonely then in these challenges, in ball-winning situations, and I think that this is where he will be late, where is possibility of late tackles, yellow cards and everything.
Nazarudin trying to keep it cheerful for the Kedahans, but it's tough for them. The line is drawn, you shall not cross. Behind the Kedah goal are the massed ranks of red and blue. Safawi has scored one, and Safawi isn't far away from scoring two.
One enough, golden.
In the background there, Diogo who must have been a doubt before kick-off. He took a knock very early on as we look at Safawi's wittily swerving free kick. He does get some swerve on that football. Possession to Kunalan, who's part of a back four alongside Maurizio and Adil. Both were on yellow cards. Safawi onto Shafiq. Little miscommunication. Farhan. No Fikri. Into Shakir. The rest of the Johor lineup: Corbin Ong at left back, Harris in the heart of midfield with Afiq and Leandro, who scored the first goal. Edgar Bernhardt with the trip. And up front, the fearsome three started. Diogo has since been replaced by Shafiq Ahmad. You've got Safawi, Shafiq and Cabrera up front. Kedah's fourth final in 5 years. No Fikri. Finds Farhan. Badrol. Lovely play from Safawi. Shafiq Ahmad. Helmi does well. Safawi. Little give and go with Afiq. And then Safawi runs out of space. Carol Helmi he came in as a substitute. He has thrown his body everywhere in the Kedahan cause.
To be honest, he is having fair game so far. There was an unlucky situation where he slipped and then got the ball, handball in the first half, and this is second goal for JDT. But so far, I think he's doing quite well.
Bernhardt. Kyrgyzstan international finds Farhan. Nice little dummy by Zapon. Nice idea. Badrol. Fikri down the line. That's in and out from the replacement left back. Adil looks a little bit less concerned than he did before. He looked really nervous before kick-off.
There is lots of problem for his team. So that's the reason why he was nervous, and you can see the reason.
Not only defensively, but offensively. Late injury to Fernando Rodriguez, their top goal scorer. 8 Malaysia Cup goals for him. 19 in all competitions as No Fikri squirts it down the line. Harris shields it from Bowman. Gets the free kick. Just getting his body in the way. Safawi. Kunalan closed down by Shakir. He's had a good game, Shakir Hamza. Velasquez, Safawi, Kunalan, Velasquez looks for Cabrera. Amrul Hisham is there. Bernhardt just beaten to it by Corbin Ong. Cabrera finds Lever Corbin Ong. Afiq. Nice ball retention from Johor. It is a feature of their game. As Maurizio is caught and looks hurt. Farizal's touch out to Corbin Ong. We'll just have an eye on Maurizio, see if he can run off that little ankle knock that he took. Nicely played, Amrul Hisham.
There was few situations today when Kedah win the ball, and when they need to do this transformation from defense to attack, this is where they're making mistakes in the quality of passes. This is when you play a team like JDT, you need to do better.
2019 Piala Malaysia final. Johor Darul Taksim 2, Kedah 0. 55 minutes played. Kunalan finds Safawi. Looks for Shafiq. Harold Helmi as a cross. David Rowley. Thumping challenge on Harris. Maurizio. Harried and hassled by Zakwan Ada. Defenders know they've been in a game when Zakwan's on the opposition.
Yeah, Zakwan always have this aggression. When he loses the ball, he's always chasing defenders. It was not really such a difficult foul, but it's good. This is what defenders need to do. Every time when your team loses the ball, you need to put pressure on opponent defense. Don't let them bring the ball easy out of their third.
Harris. No Fikri. Badrol. Shakir. Nice little dink into Bauman. He's looking for the run. Ahead of him of Zakwan Ada. So he breaks to Harris. Cabrera. Velasquez.
See, this is important. When they win the ball, Cabrera took the ball. He's trying one-on-one, but he doesn't lose the ball. So there is your defense have time to rest. Your defense have time to prepare for the next action. So this is why it's important to have experienced player like that who doesn't lose the ball often. If you can't beat them one-on-one, if you can't create anything up, don't lose the ball.
Here is Gonzalo Cabrera. Outstanding season. A regular 7 or 8 on 10 performance from Gonzalo Cabrera, and Johor have got several of those kind of players. Corbinong the same. Afiq in a little bit of space. He's got 2 in the penalty area. Afiq. Shafiq! 3-0. And that is the cup.
If you ask me, simple match finished. I don't see how Kedah can come out from this situation. It was free header between 3 players. You see the player without the ball, defender didn't follow him. Good run, good cross, 1 between 3. 3 defenders marking space. Space never score goal. You need to mark player.
Just before half-time, Shafiq Ahmed had a header saved by Ifwat. This time he finds the bottom corner.
Compare these 2 teams. Earlier there was a chance for Kedah to go counter-attack. Final pass was poor. Counter-attack, you see the quality of the cross.
Now for Kedah, is it damage limitation, Boyan Hodak? Is it just, hey, we've lost the game, or do you still believe you can win this cup?
Realistically, I don't think Kedah can change this because they don't have players on the bench that can change this. 2 players on the bench, Azamuddin Akil and Fernando, definitely have quality, but both of them are injured and they can't, most probably they cannot play. Even if they play, they cannot give 100%. So for me in this case,
Amrul Hisham tries to go through. Sorry, just cut you off in your prime.
It will be better. Stop the damage. They said that big clubs, after 3-0, close down. They don't allow 4 or 5.
What a man to have to come on to replace Diogo. Your talisman goes off and Shafiq comes on. And he scored against Selangor in the semi-final. Now he's come on a sub and scored in the final.
This is quality. You have players on the bench, when they come in, they can perform better than the first 11.
Amrul Hisham. Badrol. Not easy for the fans, for the players, for the coach, for anyone. But the suspensions have really hurt them. No Rizal Ghazali, no Renan Alves. As we have a look at the celebrations from Benjamin Mora and the JDT bench. Harris spreads it wide to Shafiq. Safawi is on his bike. Safawi's got Shafiq Ahmad in the penalty area. Afiq Fazel available. Here is Afiq. Nicely played by Kedah.
Yes, but now you can see situation, even Johor strikers slowly coming back, but there is no enough Kedah players in transformation. It's slowly they coming up.
Edgar Bernhardt. Afiq Fazel is still injured near the corner flag as there's a free kick there for Kedah. So Afiq's gone down. Safai Rashid has gone down for the third time. Safawi is asking for a little bit of a treatment. As we have a look at Velasquez, Safawi is just behind him.
It's the end of the long season, so sometimes players can have more injuries than regularly. Heidi looks what to do. It's not easy. I said not easy. I think that he did an excellent job this year.
Here's the third goal from Shafiq Ahmad. Afiq Fazel in acres of space kicks out Shafiq.
Look at the quality of cross. But he have all time in his world to do this. Because first moment when he ran in the space, nobody follow him. Second, nobody close him down. He have plenty of space to look up, prepare himself. And definitely quality, nice technique to give a good cross. And then again, player inside penalty box, alone between three players.
Edgar Bernhardt helped himself to 3 Malaysia Cup goals. How Kedah need him to add one here? Bernhardt. Comfortable for Farizal. That's all he's had to do, field a couple of long-range free kicks, Farizal Malias.
He just need to slow down the game, but he's the ball holding the ball more than 6 seconds.
Clean strike.
This is what they will do now, keep ball possession, try to slow down pace of the match and finish the game.
Change about to be made by Kedah, and it's Faizul Kifli who's been given a chance, or will be given a chance. Velasquez.
He's probably the only fit player on the bench.
Afiq. Safawi Rashid runs out of space. Kunalan looks for Farham. Shakir. Zakwan under pressure. Can only feed Harris. Once Harris loses the ball and Farhan Roslan can't control. The change will be Zulkifli for Farhan. Had a difficult time, Farhan Roslan.
Yeah, he didn't have the best game, but you playing versus best team in Malaysia and they don't give you space.
Faizul Kifli will look to run at the players. Farhan disappears to the dressing room. So Kedah have made 2 changes of personnel, 1 forced, 1 tactical.
"65 minutes, now players getting tired, and now you will have more and more space, especially in central area, and this is where team that lose the shape, if Kedah lose the shape now in the middle, you can expect much more goals."
Velasquez. Kobenong. Bernhardt chases, but Cabrera's got an equal work ethic.
You can see the pressure. The moment when they lose the ball, you can see how Cabrera make pressure on the player with the ball.
Velasquez. In many ways, it depends, I think, how Johor are going to approach this game. Are they really going to put the foot to the pedal and try to embarrass Kedah?
I don't think they worried. They are happy with 3-0. They will just keep the ball possession. They just want to finish the game now. This is a professional way.
The drummers are trying to raise a little bit of noise in the Kedah end. We'll mention all the comebacks that we possibly can. The Liverpool feats, of course, the Tottenham feats in the Champions League. Kedah themselves in the Malaysia Cup against Pahang.
You are right, all good stories, but the problem here is Aidil doesn't have fit players on the bench who can make the changes. You need to have somebody who can come in, who can change the game. At this moment, he have two main players who can do this. They are injured.
Velasquez left a little bit of a foot there in Nur Fikri Talib. And Safawi goes down again. 4 times Safai Rashid has hit the floor. I think he's been carrying a calf problem for a little while as we look at the free kick once again. Velasquez. Modern players, Boyana.
Only thing is, sometimes at the end of the season, as I said, you have lots of matches. They play Champions League this year. Only thing is, I hope that is nothing serious, because Tan Cheng Ho will have problem.
Indeed, indeed. 3 games coming up in quick succession. Tajikistan on the 9th, then Thailand, and then Indonesia. As Bernhardt plays it in, Aidil's header. Rafiq Fazale is caught late. Nur Fikri, the guilty party. For Aidil, his problem started before the game. 5 yellow cards for Renan Alves in the Malaysia Cup. It's crazy.
His problem started a long time ago after the last match finish. Yes, two major problem in defense. Too many yellow cards, 2 suspensions. As I said, there are a few more injuries, and even before a game he can feel it.
Shafiq, Kulabek, Corbinong! Bit of a nosebleed for Levert.
He's not in natural position for him. He entered penalty box where normally he need to defend. He's not used for these situations.
There he is, playing the ball out wide. Lovely ball. Referee has pulled it back for a free kick. Then I think Johor would have preferred the advantage.
You can see this is what we're talking. The players, JDT players, they playing without when they don't have a ball. After the pass, they making a run to the space. They doing these things automatically that they're supposed to do. After this, ball will go to your space. You need to make a run there. This is the difference between quality that these players have in JDT and players in the other teams.
Shafiq will run those channels. Takes Amrul Hisham with him. No fault on Amrul Hisham. Again, he's filled in manfully. Cabrera. Escapes from Rowley and from Bernhardt. And from Amirul. Onto Velasquez. Safawi. Afiq. Fayad Zulkifli in. David Rowley apologises.
They're playing so-called Kaku, waiting for the time to finish and finish the game. Now they're trying to look more balls in the corners areas where any of these flank players can hold the ball. Safavi can hold the ball, or maybe if they can go one-on-one and get some free kick or something to stop the game, slow down and finish the game.
Fadl Daniel prepares to come on for Kedah, and Zafik Fazail is chased by Zulkifli, so there will not be any Fernando Rodriguez. There will not be Azamuddin Akil.
So our informations were correct. 2 of them are injured. They are on the bench to fill up the number, but he couldn't use them today. So he's going now, closing down the game to actually make the damage less.
They didn't even warm up, those two, Azamuddin or Rodriguez. Desperate measures only. Safawi, hat-trick in the semi-final. Scored one beauty today on Safawi Rashid. Carol Helmy defends, only to Afik. Harris. Cabrera off the back of Amrul Hisham for a corner kick for Johor. The change is made. Fadl Daniel is on.
Gonzalo Cabrera has good game. Iraqi passport. Will be interesting. Will he get a call up for Iraqi national team?
Edgar Bernhardt it is. Fadl scored the winner in the FA Cup final. Cabrera. Sliding tackle from Amrul Hisham. He's very much a Malaysian boy, Amrul Hisham. Shamakuti about to come on for Afik Fazail as Johor make their first change. Set up the third goal, the header for Shafiq Ahmad. Big hug from Haris Harun. He's done his part for Johor. Barring a
He's having great season. He's having great season.
So Shama is on, and he's got a ton of energy. Corbinong. Velasquez.
I believe Shamir Kuti will be more defensive there. He will be the one who will be in holding position, destroyer, looking to intercept the opponent attacks and then to pass ball to attacking players. He will release a little bit pressure on Haris Harun.
Lovely ball out wide to Fayed Zulkifli. Zakwan's made a run ahead of him. Here is Fadl. Good chance for David Rowley to get into the penalty area. He's won a corner kick for Kedah. This is football, Boyan. You never, ever know.
Yes, but the miracles doesn't happen every Sunday. It's every Saturday, sorry.
You lack romance, my friend. You lack romance. Powerful header from Zakwan. Fayed. Fayed is still onside and wins a corner kick. Second in quick succession. This is where you need, though, Alves and Rodriguez.
Yeah, definitely. This is two players that dominate. They scored lots of goals this season and they missed them in this.
Looking for Shakir. Header comes not from Shakir, but from Zakwan, and it's straight at Farizal. The tackle is won, but only falls to Haris Harun. Of course it falls to Harris. Velasquez.
One between six. It was not the best defending, but as I said, 74th minute concentration going down because most of the players are tired. This is where actually Kedah scored lots of goals in last 15 minutes this season. Cabrera is nervous, but for no reason really. They're leading 3-0. He should keep calm and just walk away from this situation.
Kedah, to just back up your stats, score over 50% of their goals in the last 25 minutes of games. That's hoisted long for Rowley. Just getting in there was Maurizio. Just got enough.
Excellent defending. He was following all the way. He didn't win the ball, but he make the block for the opponent striker that he cannot score a goal.
High hanging ball, and David Rowley is
You see, he was following all the way. He didn't allow David to have clear header.
It's over Shakir. Faisal punches clear.
Little pressure by Kedah, but as you mentioned, even from these set pieces, crosses in, the problem that two best players are not here, two most dangerous players.
Bowman, surrounded by Corbinong and Harris Harron. Sure, there's 3 Harris Harrons on the pitch today. That's not fair.
He's everywhere.
Shakir. Now to Nur Fikri. Nice clear call from Farizal. It's pretty quiet and it's getting increasingly empty, the Kedah end, as their fans realise that maybe their goose is cooked. The Latino contingent on the bench at Johor. They've just got to see this job through. Shakir's header finds Shamakuti. Corbinong. First goal in this game was always going to be so important. Leandro Velasquez it was who provided it on 27 minutes. And then that controversial but brilliant free kick from Safai Rashid. And then the simple header from Shafiq Ahmad give us the score. Top left of Kedah 0, Johor Darul Taksim 3.
First goal assisted by Cabrera, third goal assisted by Afik Fazail, and you can see that all half of the team was involved in all goals, which is normally doesn't all other teams. They have 1 or 2 players scoring, 1 or 2 players assisting. This showing the quality that they have.
Cabrera is onside. He's got Safawi and Shafiq in the penalty area. Velasquez at the back. Cabrera just cleared to Shamakuti. And that will go up for a throw-in. Bagel is able to clear. Rowley does well, looking for Faid.
Corbinong on the right flank. He shouldn't be there.
Looks like a very narrow 4-3-2-1 for Kedah now. As you said, damage limitation. Zakwan beaten by Maurizio illegally. Free kick goes to Kedah.
Look, this is situation, you don't want to concede more goals, you don't want to embarrass yourself, and up front, if you can do something, will be great.
Nigel Kifley meanders his way. Can he get a cross in? The answer is no, and Velasquez is there to stop the little drop pass to Badrol. Badrol tries to force the pass into Amrul Hisham. Badrol Daniel. David Rowley. Done well, Rowley.
dangerous situation for Badro, a little bit too far, but we will see what they will do here.
Just catches him on the right thigh with a raised boot. In the first half, when the tackles were flying in, that might have been a yellow card, but the game has changed quite a bit. Another injury problem this time for Leandro Velasquez. Has been a long season for Johor. AFC Champions League, 6 matches in that. The FA Cup, they went out fairly early. This is their 11th match in the Malaysia Cup. 22 games in the league. Plus international commitments from many of their players.
But they have big squad quality in the squad, so they can rotate.
Badrol, 3 in a wall for Farizal, who's fairly central in his goal. The minimum objective is to make the goalkeeper work. Badrol back here. Poured away to Anwar Hisham. And cleared by Shafiq. Helmi. Canny free kick it was from Badrol as Anwar Hisham is free. Overlapping. Fayed can't get there, and it's taken away by Bowman from Shakir. And Shakir's out of position as Johor break away. Shafiq. Closed down by Fajrul Danil. Rowley. Shakir. Brilliant tackle from Shamakuti, but a legal tackle from Shamakuti. Another opportunity for Badrul Bakhtia.
It's a little bit too far to go for direction from here. This is around 30 meters. Just now it was also far, but the dangerous was that his ball went quite down in front of goalkeeper, quite low, and this is where Farizal had a problem to save.
Did well to push the ball away from danger, Farizal. And I'll keep saying it, you never know. You get one and you never know.
It's 83 minutes, that's...
Badrol. But they need that one. Boyan Hodak. Tell you what, all that pro licensing that you've done, all those fabulous coaching courses, they've taken the romance away from your soul.
I think who can be quite happy with this match today is Singapore national coach, because Haris and Shakir have great game, both of them.
Singapore have got World Cup qualifiers coming up as well. Shamakuti able to just walk away from Badrol. Shafiq. Velasquez blocked off by Amrul Hisham. Again, he'll snap into the tackle, Amrul Hisham. Individually, the effort and the application from the Kedah players has been very good.
Yeah, very good, and at the end they play a disciplined game. The goals that they got, except the third goal, the rest is basically individual quality from Johor players.
Velasquez round the corner for Cabrera. Tackle. Fajrul Danil just on.
This is a little bit frustration.
That's good refereeing by Nazaruddin, really good refereeing. He's taken the player aside, said, I understand, but it's a foul.
To be honest, he had a really good match. It was few difficult decisions, but important is this man management. He's showing something that is international level, what's missing in Malaysian matches. You can see from every situation, sometimes this communication between the referee and players in top referees helping. with top referees, they will know how to come out from every difficult situation, and this is what referee is showing today.
The Kedah end is emptying rapidly. The red and blue of Johor still very much part of the scenery. Cabrera. Kunalan. Even mistakes have gone their way. It's always a bad sign for a team that's losing when the police make their way to circle the stadium. You know the time is running out then. 4 minutes to play. You helped them set the standards, Boyan Hodak. And Johor are improving year on year on year.
They're building the team for 8-10 years, and you can see that they're keeping all the best players there. The new players that come in, just bringing one extra quality.
Cabrera, cramped, but still everything for the cause. Ideal. Shamakuti. I don't think Cabrera appreciated that pass, because he's hobbling. Velasquez down the line. Wants Corbin on to chase. The Johor subs have come back to the bench. They're just waiting the coronation. Fayed Zulkifli, caught by Harris. High ball, looks for Zakwan. Controls it superbly ahead of his twin brother. Shamakuti is covering. Cabrera. Little hop step and a jump, and Shafiq plays it out to Safawi. Oh, what a touch from Safawi Rashid. Safawi. Velasquez, 3 in the penalty area. He looks for Shamakuti to Shafiq.
You can see quality touches.
Harris fouled by Bowman. And Akia Rashid gets his usual 3 or 4 minutes off the bench. Oh, Nazmi Faiz Mansour, sorry, that was me kind of assuming. Oops. Sorry, coach. Nazmi Faiz Mansour.
It's happened. We are quite far. You can see the properly numbers.
No, I can see. I saw 21.
They have same hairstyle.
Leandro Velasquez is the man to make way. He scored the goal that started Johor's run. Nazmi Faiz Mansour on for Leandro Velasquez.
Harris is having cramps. I'm not surprised how much he ran.
Here is Nazmi. Carol Helmy tries to get close. Now then, there's a break on here. Fayed looks for Zakwan. Fayed's made his carry on his run. Ideal. Just able to get there and make sure Johor, for now at least, hold on to the nil. Nazmi skips away from a couple of challengers. Shafiq Ahmad is onside. Shakir gives chase successfully.
Good defending by Shakir.
Lights are on at the Johor end. There's nobody home in the Kedah end. Final 3 minutes. Zakwan, beaten to it by Maurizio. Zakwan still competes. Got to love the kid's attitude. Not a kid anymore. Bowman. Zakwan was coming in. Nazmi Faiz is the one last goal for the Johorians to celebrate. A little bit of pity shown by Nazmi. Shama, Shafiq, let's just hold on to the ball for the last 2.5 minutes and take home that glorious piece of silverware.
I think that everybody's waiting for match to finish. Maybe not most exciting game because of result, because it was most of the game one-sided, but Johor quality. Unfortunately, Kedah have problems with suspensions and injuries to give better fight.
And a real highlight reel of a goal for Safari Rashid. Controversial in goal line technology isn't in operation in Malaysian football, so we can't tell you via the wonders of technology that it crossed the line, but Zulkarnain was on the line. He said it did, and there wasn't, in all honesty, too many protests from Kedah. Faid, Badrol, and in the end the obstacles facing Kedah were just too difficult to overcome. No Rodriguez for Ideal, no Renan Alves, no Riz Al Ghazali. Shamakuti looks for Levert. Corbin Ong again in an attacking position, but the final whistle goes. Kedah are on the knees. Johor Darul Taksim, Malaysia Cup champions 2019, Boyan Hodak.
It was most of the game, as I said, one-sided. Johor showed they have quality. They showed this whole season. Kedah show good fight. They have also good season. I think Aidil did good job with them this year. And at the end, the result is perfectly showing what's happened on the pitch.
Second time as Johor Darul Taksim, they've won the Malaysia Cup. Benjamin Mora's first time as chief coach to pick up the trophy. Ifwat Iqmal. Disconsolate, as are Kedah. Boyan Hodak is about to go down to join the pitchside analysis, but final thoughts on this Malaysia Cup final, Boyan?
I think this was good quality match. Unfortunately, there is too many individual quality on Johor side. So Kedah, they were missing 3-4 players. They don't have a squad that is big enough, which JDT has.
Thank you for your contribution. We'll get more from you pitchside. In the meantime, we can just enjoy the Johor celebrations. They've won this 2019 Malaysia Cup by 3-0. The damage really done in the first half. Leandro Velasquez on hand to sweep home. After a lovely play from Gonzalo Cabrera and Shafiq Ahmad. The second, a sublime free kick. Here is that first goal, swept home by Velasquez. Just his second Malaysia Cup goal of the season, but what a time to make it two. Then the free kick that Ifwat nearly saves, but it bounces over the line according to Zulkarnain. Goal, you can see the assistant saying. And then into the second half, Afiq Fazail looks up, sees what's on in the penalty area, finds Shafiq Ahmed, and Shafiq finds the bottom corner. The Malaysia Cup is Benjamin Mora's and Johor's. Johor Darul Taksim winning this game by 3-0. Match highlights of the Malaysia Cup final 2019. Johor Darul Taksim beating Kedah by 3-1. Very early on, a free kick caused an opportunity for Adil Zapwan to head against the inside of the post. And you just wonder, despite all their suspension and injury problems, whether or not this might be Kedah's day. Johor continued to come forward and got their first goal 27 minutes in. Leandro Velasquez sweeping in after a super build-up play from Gonzalo Cabrera and Shafiq Ahmad. It's a lovely little ball inside, and coming in on the edge of the penalty area, reacts first, and it's an unerring finish. Shafiq and Cabrera in the move, but Velasquez with the save. Badro Bakir flashes a header wide of the near post as Kedah tried to respond quickly. But then that goal from Safai Rashid, very close to being a brilliant save, but it actually crossed the line. Ifwat, you can tell his reaction. Ifwat knows, and I think even Carol Helmy knows as well. 2-0 it was at half-time, and it could have been more. How about this for an audacious effort from Safai Rashid? 40 metres out, sees the goalkeeper off his line, and Ifwat is scrambling backwards and has to touch the ball over the bar. Sensational vision from Safai Rashid. But 2-0 it would be at half-time, and then in the second half, the killer blow. Shafiq Ahmad on as a substitute for Diogo, scores with a neat header into the bottom corner. It had one similar effort saved by Ifwat at the end of the first half, this time from 8 yards out, no mistake. And that is game, set and match. A couple of routine saves from long-distance free kicks for Farizal Malias. That one from Edgar Bernhardt. And then a header coming in from a stooping Zakwan Ada, straight into the grateful midriff of Farizal. That would be as close, though, as Kedah came at the other end. Safawi. And an effort hoisted over to the far post. And saved in by Ifwat. But by this stage, Johor were really just looking onto the game. One breakaway here that might have produced an opportunity for Zakwan Ada. He couldn't find Faid. And Adil Zakwan enjoys a winning moment ahead of his twin brother's side. Benjamin Mora, Maurizio celebrating, the Mexican and the Brazilian, and the celebrations in Johor will go long into the night.
Marcus has made a mistake. Vizioso leads the Grand Prix.
10 laps to go.